I'm good at that. Let's do it.
We're live on live.
Nice.
What are you doing, Chad? How's the weather in El Paso?
It's been cold as shit, man. Everybody's got this. Everybody's got this crud right now.
You got it too?
Huh? I'm getting over it. Yeah. Finally.
Dude,
How's it over there? Over in Groesbeck.
I think we all got the crud too.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Like I did a lot of talking last weekend, so I lost my voice. Came about it naturally. So it's been kind of whatever. Same thing. Hey, what brand you got?
I got that bougie shit.
I got the local grocery.
Yeah.
Can't afford the good shit like y'all.
You gotta treat yourself. That extra dollar.
What's going on in El Paso? See, this is the most amazing part to me.
Yeah.
You, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
how long you been wholesaling?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half.
Yeah.
And you do more deals on a consistent basis than 90% of the gurus trying to charge people $25,000 to come learn how to wholesale. Did you know that?
That's what you were telling me the other day.
Yeah. How many deals a month do you do?
We do consistently between 5 and 7.
Consistently, guys. So 5 to 7 deals. Now, I'm not saying El Paso is not a competitive market, and maybe we shouldn't be on here talking about it because the virtual guys will try to move in on it. Do what?
Oh, it's getting competitive. Some of these people out here talking about it so much.
I started the El Paso. We started it with Propelio, the El Paso investing in deals, because for whatever reason at that time period, they were getting a ton of demand, a ton of people wanting their service. Yeah. And so we started that little investment group and it's never grown over 100 people ever. Our little El Paso real estate investors in deals group has never grown over 100 people. Okay. And every time I've been out there, and I've been out there quite a bit over the last, couple of years, I don't see any bandit signs. I don't see any signs that people are investing. I see signs that there's opportunity. I went out there and looked at an apartment complex that was priced right. The lady's husband had died. She was living in Mexico. Oh, I see your bandit signs. But I, at the time that I was out there, I didn't see any signs of any investment life. I seen some owner finance signs and stuff like that. So the only time I'd really heard of it in El Paso was when I looked at that apartment complex. The lady was living in Mexico, so we weren't going to be able to strike a deal with her. It didn't have any green space. It looked like an old hotel that had been turned into apartments. It was kind of cracked out a little bit.
Yeah, there's a few of those.
Yeah, it just didn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
that's our ghost. He's hanging out. But anyways, so we had we didn't do that deal. We didn't even look any further into it. But one of the things that I heard was there was an owner finance investor out there that got in trouble for ripping people off on sub-2s.
Oh, yeah. He's been doing it since the 70s.
He did what?
He's been doing it since the 70s, though. I think he had like 300 or 400 wraps. Yeah, I forgot his name, but he had a real bad gambling problem, so he just stopped paying the mortgages.
Stopped paying the underlyings. Kept collecting. Yeah. Collecting the payments, but didn't make the underlying payments, and a ton of people lost their homes
because sub-2 nightmare. Yeah.
Yep. So that was everything I knew about El Paso.
Yep. He said, "I'm out. That's it." He screwed a lot of people over. Yeah.
But he went to jail, didn't he?
He did, I think. I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah. He's gonna have a ton of fines whenever he gets out. A ton.
I bet they collect.
Besides his bankruptcy stuff, right? But
yeah. So what's up? I'm coming out there, going to do some marketing. The title of this video is a video that I set up yesterday. It was just already in there, so I went with it. That I'm going to clarify what the year-long mastermind is. So we may as well clarify that right quick. Okay. We're doing a year-long mastermind over apartment investing, over Airbnb, and over owner finance. And owner finance is in Vegas in February. Hit this link up. There's not a link.
We'll put one in the comments after.
I'm going to put one in the comments or above my head, depending on what platform you're consuming this on. But so we're getting ready. Almost have that completely sold out. Only have 15 spaces and almost have them all sold. So I'm really excited about that because then I get to get back to focusing on the stuff that I really like focusing on. But I'm doing these masterminds, and one of the things that I've been learning is a guy like you that's out in El Paso that's doing 5 to 7 deals a month. Okay, what is your main marketing? Well, I don't even want to tell what your main marketing is because anybody can get into it. But that was amazing to me because it doesn't work. It doesn't work anywhere else. You know what I mean? It's way, way, way outside of what people could even think about doing, right?
Mhm.
And it was your main source, and I was like, dude, to have that kind of easy button is savage. But
Yeah.
let me tell you what the savage button looks like. And we did this thing last weekend in College Station, and it was probably it's the biggest crowd we've had for this. It was right at 30 people, and it was a shit ton of work with 30 people in the room. So I'm actually happy that we didn't get our 60-person goal that we had in El Paso because it would work me to death. But dude, I found something out. Like,
What's that?
I can't wait to try it in El Paso. In El Paso, do most of the people speak English or Spanish?
Most of them do speak English, but
Okay.
they like to play dumb sometimes.
So I can't wait to try this shit out. When we're doing our stuff in like College Station and all these other areas, we did it in Corpus. It has worked every single stop.
Yeah.
Every single stop, we've answered the phone live and we've set appointments live, and people with no experience are getting to answer the phone from people that want to sell. Okay. And it works. Like they're going on appointments after we leave the class, they're going on appointments. And I'm extremely excited about doing it in El Paso because if your form of marketing is working right now, you know what I mean? Then this savage marketing, there's gonna be some really, really meaty deals in there. Like I'm talking about meaty. In Corpus, we locked up 26 unit apartment complex for $290,000.
No.
Swear to God.
No, you didn't.
Swear to God.
That's crazy.
And the guys in the class got that lead, and they're wholesaling it for I think they got a buyer on at 360. So they're going to split it 3 ways.
For 70K. I'll take that. Yeah.
$100, $100 class. And they're doing it just because they decided they answered.
I think we need Jamie Ferris to tell us that's a good ROI.
we need him to work it up. Yeah, just because the 3 people decided to answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's it. One guy has a lot of experience. The other 2 didn't have the lady in the class had a lot of experience too. She had been on the phone a bunch, but she didn't have a lot of investing experience. Another woman didn't have a lot of experience on the phone. Then we come to College Station, just did that one. I went and looked at 19 units on my way out of town. Probably not going to be a deal, but it's fun to look at. Everybody else was looking at duplexes, fourplexes, all kinds of different multifamily deals with sellers that wanted to sell. The majority of the people that answered the phones in that scenario were licensed agents, so they're going to turn into deals. And then a lawyer in the class who's actually coming to the Vegas Mastermind.
Okay.
He was answering the phone, and watching him work was just different because when you got that skill set of like blunt force, I'm a lawyer, I understand all these terminologies. So it's like, boom, I just hit you with the cold, hard truth. And you're like, you know what I mean? It came in awesome. Like it was like he did unbelievable. The fact that he's in our Vegas Mastermind, I'm super stoked because Lord knows I need an attorney on my side.
Definitely.
So tell people a little bit about the El Paso market that are wondering what it's like. I've got this all mislabeled on here, so they don't even know who you are, what you're doing.
Cool.
So tell the people who you are.
Yeah, so my name is Chad Doherty. I run West Texas Real Estate Investment Group out here in El Paso, Texas. El Paso is a really cool market in a few senses. So it doesn't have like what Houston. How many zip codes does Houston have? Like 200.
I don't know.
Crazy. That's what Quentin was telling me the other day. Like he has some crazy number. We have less than 20, but I don't know. It's a pretty good owner finance market, and they have like 6 or 7 builders that are just going crazy out here. the development out here is growing like crazy. Everybody's coming here because the cost of living is so low. You can get a house here. Like there's people from like New Jersey and other places. They're saying that the house that they're buying here for $250K would be over $1 million up there. So I don't know. It's cool here. If you need healthcare, right across the border.
Mexico.
Oh yeah, all day. Get a quick shot and you're good. Yeah, and there's a college here. There's a pretty good college here, UTEP.
Emory. Sorry.
But no worries, man. And no, it's I don't know. Everybody's happy here. Or not happy. Everybody's kind here. Everybody's kind. The guy from Houston called me the other day off of Bigger Pockets, and he was like, "Yeah, everybody I've talked to out there is just super nice. And send me your next deal that you have in the contract. I'm gonna buy it." Okay.
That's awesome.
In the front of the line, sir. No, I probably will though.
How many buyers do you have out there?
My buyers list has a couple hundred, but really I only talk to like 4 or 5 of them. Because you don't need a big buyers list. You need a couple heavy hitters, and then if they don't want it, then yeah, you pitch out to the rest of them. But
no, that's really it. I mean, really, you need 4 or 5 strong buyers to do 5 to 7 deals a month. So what about your California? I mean, you're pretty close to California.
I'm actually just as far from Dallas as I am from California.
I know.
They're both about 12 hours away. But California, they're moving here too. There's a lot of California buyers here. They bought a lot of new builds back in the 90s. They lost their ass on them, but they bought them.
Well, I think I don't know what El Paso's water situation is. I mean, it's got the Rio Grande, so I think it'll be all right. But El Paso's, California is going to have a water crisis, and they're already having a tax crisis. And if you're a business in California and you want to move to a better business climate, El Paso is the closest place you can get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if you're in Phoenix or something like that, and you're already used to that climate, I mean, when you can't afford to live in Phoenix anymore, El Paso starts looking a lot better. You know what I mean? But I don't know what the water situation further west is going to be, and I'm always curious about it in El Paso because it's something that the state legislator in Texas has sort of paying real good attention to, and I only know that because of how they're some of our subdivisions and some of the stuff that we want to do out in the country. You can divide them into 10-acre lots and stuff like that. But the one we just tried to do in Granbury, we bought basically 14 acres, and we were going to divide up the houses into separate. You know, it was a not a multifamily deal, but it had a duplex on it. It had some single family houses, and it was a rental property for the family that we bought it from. We were going to chop it up and sell it off and let it be owner occupied, and the county wouldn't let us do it because of the Trinity watershed, because they will no longer allow you to have, you got to have at least 2 acres of land to have a water well and a septic system on the same property.
Okay.
They're getting that picky about the groundwater situation out there. And since our property was on water wells and had septics already, they wouldn't let us divide it up.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was something that just going through that process and realizing that, you know, the state's starting to pay attention to the groundwater.
Yeah.
You know, El Paso, I don't know where y'all get y'all's water from. I'm going to assume the Rio Grande.
Rio Grande's kind of dry. I've honestly never asked that question, but we don't have really. I don't think I've seen too many wells, and I haven't seen too many septic tanks.
Well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
The reason why they did that there was because it's all rock.
Okay.
They didn't want the fluid from the septic system to start getting into the groundwater.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to penetrate your well and end up with a bunch of shit water. Because that's like in groundwater, there's 2 things you got to watch out for: contamination and, you know, make sure there's enough there. You know, out there where y'all are at groundwater, probably if they're using center pivots and stuff for the agriculture, you know, they nobody knows how much water they're pumping out the ground. Nobody's monitoring that. You know what I mean? It's just all of a sudden your well don't work anymore and you got to lower your pump. And so, you know, it started to become a crisis, at least in the Panhandle. They've started paying big attention to it. And I don't know about El Paso, but That we got way off topic, by the way. I don't know. Well, all of a sudden we're water conservationists. I just know that it's happening in California because it makes the news all the time. It hasn't started making the news in Texas, but if you're in California and you're trying to get to Texas, El Paso's a logical choice to be close. You know what I mean? You're still relatively close to your family, and if you got a gun store in California and they're regulating you out of business, you can get to El Paso and sell the shit out of some guns.
Yeah, and if you're from Phoenix, it's actually a little cooler here. It's a little, yeah, that's where I lived at before I moved here, out in Yuma, Arizona, the armpit of the entire country, and it's nicer here. It's like nice and cool.
Well, it's cold right now, though. What do you call cold?
Huh?
What's
I call
cold?
anything around 30 cold, 30 or less, 32 or less.
It's 30 out there right now?
No, it's sun's out, but this morning it was like 27. It snows here. It snows more here than in Dallas.
I get that, but I don't want to. I mean, I'm going to be there on Friday. I don't necessarily want to be cold.
Well, just don't go outside. I'll check the weather. I'll make sure it's nice and warm for you.
I don't know what time my plane's landing on Friday, but
am I picking you up?
Public record stuff.
Okay. Am I picking you up, or what do you want?
I don't know. I don't even have a hotel room. I don't have a hotel room. So I've not really
set up with a Motel 6 or something. But I'll probably have one. I'll have one of my goons go get you. I'll have Anthony go get you.
Okay. Well, I want to go right around. I want to go drive for dollars. I want to see like some projects that you're working on. I want to do Facebook Lives all over the place.
Okay. We'll just blow people's timelines up.
I want to do some door knocking.
Okay.
I want to pull a hot on Friday. Let's see. Thursday, I have the webinar that I'm doing on negotiations. So I'll put that together tomorrow real good. But on Thursday, before I do that, I'm going to pull a high equity list. We're going to do that in the marketing class. We're going to do that in the morning, first thing.
Skipped
at the marketing class. But I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can master that on Thursday to where we can door knock some of that on Friday when I get there.
Okay.
So show you how to pull your own high equity list so you don't have to worry about high equity with another layer of motivation. So you don't have to depend on services. Yeah, like free.
Oh, I like free.
Yeah, like the very first thing we show in the marketing class is how to market for free. It's basically free. I mean, I drink $100 a month worth of Monsters. I'm almost positive, and we use Skip Genie to skip trace the people that we're looking up, and Skip Genie's $100 a month, so I can't really say it's free. You know what I mean? But
it's unlimited.
I don't know. I assume yes, but I never exceed. I really don't know. But I promise you this: if you're doing high equity door knocks, you'll never use up all your credits in Skip Genie looking them up and calling them. Like what I used to do whenever we got started was I would pull my high equity list and I would go door knock it. While I was door knocking it, I would leave letters on people's porches and FedEx folders. Bam. Called it the Broke Corey hustle. I would also drive for dollars, but at the time, all I had was pen and paper. So I would write down the addresses, and then I would slam bandit signs to where if I'm knocking on that high equity door, they could not leave their neighborhood without seeing a bandit sign from me. And that was it. And if I would touch 5 or 6 of those a day, every single day, I knew I was going to get a deal.
Yeah.
But
those free FedEx folders?
Those free FedEx folders. Free.
Well, they're all free till you ship them, but kind of. Okay. You seal it and everything.
Seal it and everything.
Drop it. Would you put an address or anything on it, or just a sealed call it a day?
I don't give a shit. I'm lazy. I ain't writing an address. It's one extra move. The only reason why I put the FedEx folder, the homeowner is going to open it regardless.
Oh yeah.
I'm protecting against you, Chad. When you show up with your door hanger and business card, right? Are you going to steal their FedEx folder off the porch?
No, but I'll steal yours. I'll steal your hangers though.
You'll steal my door hanger, and you'll steal my business card. But you're not going to steal their FedEx.
Yeah.
So And you don't want to play with the United States Postal Service. You don't want to do it with their folders because that could be a criminal offense.
Yeah, they have a little bit more pull than some other ones. Yeah.
Right. But you know what would be funny? I guess now people are out stealing packages because of Amazon. Somebody steals your letter.
Yeah.
But then it turns out they really do need to sell because they're facing foreclosure, and that's why they're out stealing.
Mm-hmm.
So you still win. They steal it.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I was out stealing packages and I stole this
Because I'm trying to pay my mortgage.
because I'm trying to pay my mortgage. Could I possibly, would you buy my house?
Yeah.
I know you ain't seen it yet.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But that might be a far reach. So what else?
You get one, it makes it worth it. So
Do you ever drive for dollars? Do you ever door knock? Do you do any of that stuff?
I do drive for dollars. I got the Propelio app, and I'm doing that now. Actually, my wife is doing it for like 3 hours today. I got a whole list. After we're done, I'm gonna start checking them out. But no, she'll be doing that a couple hours a day, and then I'll do a little bit here and there. But I just got the app set up again.
How many appointments do you run a month to close 5 deals?
I have a really good closing rate. So like 20, maybe 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
So if
I'm
we
a
take
closer, man.
well, let's just do the math. Let's take your really good closing rate and let's put it to the guru test. Okay. Put it to the guru test. You got to run 20.
Yeah, somewhere between 20 and 30. I'm not. I don't go to appointments all day like I used to. I hone the marketing down to very specific, and I don't know, it works.
So you do 20 to do 5. So the person that's closing 30 deals a month,
Yeah,
would have to run 6 times 2. What is that?
12.
120 deals. 120 deals.
120 appointments.
120 appointments.
Okay.
So if we're just going to back into data, 100 appointments. What was it take? 100 calls? It takes more than 100 calls to get an appointment in today's market. Okay.
Yeah.
For us, it takes around 4,000 RVMs. No, it takes about half that. It takes about 2,000 RVMs to close one.
Okay.
We're getting right now. So 2,000 RVMs, one deal. It can get costly. 100 bandit signs to close one deal. 100 bandit signs to land 10 appointments.
Yeah.
So, 120 appointments. We're talking thousands.
Yeah.
But most people don't vet their gurus that well, and that was one of the things that, you had a guru.
I had a guru, and you saved me from that guru. You and Smooth, you and your videos with Smooth, always fighting with him, man. That was funny. Actually, I had an ad on Facebook the other day for the new Smooth. I've never searched it. I've never tried to buy one. Just talking about you is getting me on Smooth ads.
Dude, Smooth is savage too. They'll hang around for a while. So when had you hired the guru, or were you thinking about hiring?
I had him on Bigger Pockets, so I was learning some stuff, and he came up on Bigger Pockets, and he's also a good closer because he closed the shit out of me.
What was his fee?
It's gone up now on his new groups, but it's $5K to get in, and then $500 a month for marketing.
Damn.
And it's but
I'm just trying to let you know, man.
well, thank you, Emery.
Emery, you want to
Right.
say hi to everybody?
What's up, Emery? No, but I did have a guru, and it was $500 a month plus the $5,000 to get in, and then you'd split the deals 50-50 that you brought in on top of all that other shit, and then there was like this rotation thing, and it was just, anyways. So it turned out to be a savage. Huh?
He's a savage.
Oh man, it turned out he got set up in 2 different groups. So he like his stuff that he already had going on, and then this one. So he took all the marketing money and put it onto his stuff though. So he had one deal go through the rotation in like 6 months for his employee was the number one guy. It's like a clock, right? There's 12 groups. for like 6 months, and then he did like 45, 60 deals during that same amount of time. I don't know. Nobody else getting paid. But anyways, tell him to kick rocks and doing a lot better now. Doing a lot better.
See, when you first told me that I was the reason why you fired your guru, I was like, okay, well, first off, where's Chad at?
Yeah.
Guru, do I know him? You know what I mean? Like, if I met him, because if so, but I'd never heard of this guy. So he's out there like incognito amigo.
Oh, he is
mining on bigger pockets. Like he's just straight farming off of bigger pockets. And I can't even get on the bigger pockets platform and make it stick. I mean, I talk on there, but everybody there's, I mean, it's such a big community.
It is.
I went and posted about putting out bandit signs and got ripped.
Oh, what do you mean?
Angry.
Shit on there.
Angry.
Everybody knows exactly what they're talking about too. You don't argue with them.
Not at all. It was like 7.
They see Beardy Brandon makes some videos, so they know. Okay.
So yeah, I realized pretty quick that I mean I don't mind bigger pockets. I go on there every now and then, but it's not a place where you can really get through the noise because you've never seen one question answered so many different ways in your entire life, and basically it's like, hey, I've got this problem, and you know people are looking for this solution, right?
Yeah.
And people, bigger pockets will come in and they'll be like, don't even do that. Like, why are you even buying that? Just go buy a fourplex. You know,
never do a sub 2. Ugh.
Do what?
They'll say like you should never do a sub 2. Ew, I would never do that.
Yeah, sub 2 is a waste of time. Go buy a fourplex. In
money in that deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should never do a deal that way. You should do this instead. And I'm like, guys, all he wants to know is how to track down an heir. You know what I mean? It's like you aren't even so far off.
They're not even the same book. Like, what are you doing?
Dude, it's crazy. Yeah. Everybody's just got like a billboard going.
So give me a breakdown. Breakdown of what we're doing for this class.
So we're going to start out free marketing.
Okay.
Free is a relative term for me. I'll show you Skip Genie with Skip Genie and free sources of leads. Okay. Which is public record. Okay. We're going to go equity chasing right from the jump. And I'm going to show you the different public records that you can look up right here on your computer from your mom's basement. Look up their number, and different people in the class are going to call. Okay. So they're going to call, and that's going to be it. We're at the 27-minute mark. So whenever you share this out, say, hey, go to the 27-minute mark.
Yeah. The important stuff. Almost 30 minutes in, guys.
But yeah, we're going to call, and we're going to see if we can set appointments, and we're going to be really proper with our goals. Okay. Too many people listen to too many different people. Grant said that. You know what I mean? Like, if you're listening to all these people, they're all trying to tell you how to do things, right? Your skill set and my skill set are not near the same, Chad. Okay. Mm-hmm. You might be able to sit there from your mom's basement and evaluate a deal top to bottom. Virtual wholesalers do it every day. Okay. Yeah. The new guy, can the new guy evaluate a deal from his mom's basement?
They try.
But
they try so hard. No, fuck no.
Go out there and walk into the house. Look at it.
Smell it. Go take in that whiff.
Man, get this piss smell.
Terrible.
Dude, yeah. Get like listen to a sad story about some
bullshit. That tile in the kitchen? Oh.
That's it. Like you've been living here for 2 years with no water. That's amazing. That's a lot of shit in the bathtub. I've never seen that much shit in the bathtub.
Oh yeah.
Like so figure that out. You got to run those deals. So we're going to make it real simple and transparent and straight to the point. Set an appointment. That's your only goal. Then from there, after we move out of free lead source, okay, so after we do some calls, we're going to show data. We're going to show, all right, so you can afford a few services. Here's how you pull some data from paid services. That is going to be CoreLogic data. Everybody knows what CoreLogic is. Anytime you're buying a list, you're going to get CoreLogic data. Everybody's getting their data from CoreLogic. Anybody that says they're not, prove me wrong. You know what I mean? Propelio is one of the only ones I know that doesn't get all of their data from CoreLogic. in certain markets, but in the El Paso market, it's going to be CoreLogic. I
Mhm.
do not think they have VAs pulling the data that we're going to pull from public record. Okay, so we're going to go over data. We're going to go over CoreLogic data. We're going to go over Freedom of Information request data. We're going to go over savage different things that we think of that you can request from the government that most people don't think of. Like you got Waterless and all that's been talked about, but what are some other things that you can get from the good old city government that other people aren't pulling because they don't think about it from the same angle that we think about it? And it requires a little bit of extra work, but is the squeeze worth the pull? Maybe. If you're consistent with anything, it's worth it. So we're going to show you how to get that data. And we're going to show how to get all of that data and get the phone numbers for all of it, lickety split. Then we're going to show our marketing techniques where we send ringless voicemails, the order that we do RVMs and text blast and all that while we do it in the order. All of our scripts for our RVMs, all of our scripts for our negotiations.
You good on you?
And then we're going to break for lunch.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back and we're going to get everybody on the phone because they're going to all be sleepy and full.
Oh, and lunch is covered.
Yeah, somebody's buying lunch, so I'm gonna eat a lot. I might need a nap afterwards.
All right.
But then we're going to shoot our shot.
Put in 20 minutes for naps.
Yeah. We're going to shoot our shot, and everybody that's on the phone is going to get goals and objectives to set in front of them and know, hey, here's what your goal is. Only goal with this phone call. One goal. Okay. And they're going to be like, no, man, you can use this other software and it'll do that for you. And I'm like, guys, don't worry about that. You can't afford that other software, so it don't matter. I'm showing you the poor man method.
Exactly.
And we run through all that and set appointments and go through calls. Then we're going to show the Cadillac systems that whenever you've got money, and we really appreciate the bell.
Yes.
When you got money, you can roll these things out. When you've got a few $1,000s a month to let set on fire, and you can do some automation and buy some of your time back. You know what I mean? But overall, the goal of this for me in a marketing mastermind is to get people low-cost negotiations. That's it. Because at the beginning, were you good at negotiating?
No. Oh, no.
Did you land a lot of deals?
No.
Did you understand how to make all the offers?
I'm still learning.
Exactly. and so if you're spending $4,000 or $5,000 to get that negotiation, you're not going to be in business very long if all you got is $4,000 or $5,000.
Exactly.
And that first negotiation is not going to go well for you. Yep. And we're going to show some stuff we do on Facebook, some small stuff we do on Facebook, which is really good for us. We're going to do it all at the beginning of the class to where we can see what kind of results people get. Negotiations, and we'll open it up at the end for whatever y'all need. Questions, answers, investment strategies. It don't matter. Whatever y'all need, whatever you want to talk about, we'll get into whatever at the end. We'll get into whatever investment strategies we know a little about that we can help y'all with, or whatever you see that you need.
Okay. I'd love to see a trailer park breakdown at some point. I know I've seen them. I like to see them in person though. That's my personal request.
Friday, let's go fucking find a trailer park and break that bitch down.
I'll probably use. I got a guy who wants to use
a trailer park. We go to the trailer park and we'll go. Look, these are my people. Even the Methanese are my people. We'll go knock on some doors and we'll figure that trailer park scenario out real quick.
Okay.
I personally, I'm glad we know and understand trailer parks, and we use it as an investment vehicle, and it's a great starting point to get in and understand multifamily. But I'm also really happy that we're now on to small multifamilies, and at some point down the road, I'll be talking about, I'm so glad that I stopped it. I was really happy during my small multifamily days. Now we're doing the 100-unit deals, and I'm really happy to be on the 100-unit deals. And then, I won't even get out of bed and put my socks on if it's not 1,000 doors. So don't bother me with it. That's the progression.
Don't call me. Don't text me.
Yeah. Like I don't. a little $500 deal. What are you talking about?
50? Get out of here. No, you don't want
No, I don't. There's $8 million worth of equity. That ain't even worth me getting off my yacht.
it. Gross.
Fire.
Poor people money.
Yeah, poor people problems. You need to figure that one out on your own. That kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But I really do like. I love. Kind of what we're going to go over at our Vegas mastermind is the owner finance strategy. Most people don't know this. We bought our first apartment deal owner finance. We bought our first mobile home park owner finance. So people want to understand owner finance to be able to actually sell something owner finance. We use it more to buy.
Yeah.
Like, you understand owner finance, you understand how to buy, you understand how to speak that language, you understand how to negotiate, where the points of interest are. So it's one of those things. It's like, I don't know. I can't really explain it in full on a video like this, but
Yeah.
you just learn those little things that are hangups. You know what I mean? Some people, when you're trying to buy from them, they're really stickler on a payment, but they could care less about interest rate.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I want $2,000 a month. It's like, okay, cool. 2,000 a month a year. Like I'll do 2,000 a month. 2,000 a month for 48 months. I'm like, yeah, that works. You just got an interest-free loan. That's huge, because now every bit of money that you get, it pays down equity, and equity is like your savings account. So there's so many little things whenever you're negotiating those deals that go such a long way. And then you have some people that are like 12% interest. I'm like, great, 3 years, on a 3-year note. 12% don't hurt you on short term. I just need control of it, because when I do my value adds and get ready to sell, 12% ain't going to mean shit to me.
Yeah, and that's kind of like back down to us lowly people just doing flips and stuff, or need hard money, right? And everybody complains about the 11, 12, 13% interest rate. You need it for 3-4 months. Like, shut up. It's nothing. What you're looking for is the points. So that's what hurts.
I don't even care about the points.
No,
I don't care about none of it. I'm negotiating on the front side down to where I got enough equity. I don't give a fuck what they're doing.
Oh, okay. There you go.
The deal we just did today, and I was making a post about it whenever me and you started chatting and decided to do this.
Okay.
We did a deal. We bought it for $7,000. Okay. We're paying 12% interest only on the money we borrowed against it. We borrowed 15 against it. After closing costs, we walked with about 4,000 or 5,000. Don't hold me to that, but
okay.
It was more than that. It was more than that, because we're only in it like 9,500. So we walked with 5,500 cash. Okay. So we got paid when we bought it, paying 12% interest only. That's $150 a month. 2% origination. That's $300 to originate the loan. So now we're paying that. Cody Creamer just sold it. Owner finance for $35,000. What do you think he got for a down payment?
How much were you in it?
We were in it 9,500.
Like 10 G's?
He got $10,000 down on a $35,000 owner finance shitty trailer with land. Okay, so now he gets it. He gets the 10,000. Every dime of it right now is sitting at the title company's escrow account. The entire down payment.
Okay.
Already in escrow. Could you get any buyer in the world to put their entire down payment down for escrow money?
No. So
their escrow, they've got 10,000 in escrow with no option period. It's basically a non-refundable $10,000 deposit. Now, we would never be that savage to steal somebody's life savings.
Yeah.
But we don't have to worry about if they're a buyer or not. The only thing we got to do is get the deal structured. Okay, so we're selling that thing out on refinance. Now we're going to get a $25,000 note. That $25,000 note is an asset. You can borrow money against that $25,000 note, and you can sell that $25,000 note.
Mm-hmm.
We're not paying off the $15,000 we borrowed against it. We're wrapping it. It's what's called a wrap mortgage.
Yeah.
So when the sale closes, we'll make, or whenever we sell it owner finance, we'll walk with probably 2,000 or 3,000 of that down payment. The rest of it's going to go to RMLO, realtor, closing costs, and insurance. That's the part the fucking gurus don't tell you. The down payment, if you get a $10,000 down payment, you'll walk with a little bit of money from closing. If you only get $5,000 down payment, you're typically going to have to bring money to closing because it's normally all the money they got. So they don't have money for insurance, right? Mm-hmm. So you've got to roll that into their loan essentially. Yeah. So all that being said, we're going to walk with a couple of thousand. So we'll get paid for the second time on the deal. So we picked up $5,500 at closing. Now we're getting our second payday of $2,000 or $3,000 of what's left over from the down payment. Then this is the magic, okay? The magic is we've got a $25,000 note, $25,000, and I'm going to sell that thing. Let's say I sell it for 80 cents on the dollar. Or no, let's just say 70 cents on the dollar. So times 0.7 is $17,500. Okay. Underlying note is 15 grand. I get paid a third time on the deal and get another $2,500 payday. If I sell it for 80 cents on the dollar, the 25 times 0.8 pays us $20,000, so we'll get a $5,000 payday. So that deal is going to pay us 3 times. It's going to pay us when we buy it. It's going to pay it when we sell it on our finance. And it's going to pay us when we sell the note. Or we can go accumulate 5 or 6 of them and then go to a bank and borrow money against them and create the exact same thing, which is known as hypothecating money. That's what we're going over at the Vegas Mastermind. That's my segment of Vegas Mastermind, is showing you not only how to market for those deals, how to identify those deals, how to structure those deals, everything you need to know about that, because too many people take a little shitty house on land that, they don't understand the strategy and don't know how to monetize that lead. Lickety split. This trailer house, I'm not saying it's not livable because it was being lived in. It was rented for $500 a month when we bought it. But it's like a 1-bed, 1-bath. I mean, it's not nothing fancy. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's be something model trailer house.
Yeah.
Most people would have threw that deal away. Most people would have shit canned it.
You gotta be real creative on it, or at least know.
Oh no.
It's not like cut and dry. Like, oh, I signed it, boom. Kind of thing.
Well, we bought it from a wholesaler. Tried to sell it. We paid $1,000 assignment on that deal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't know what to do with it. $1,000 is better than no money. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we ain't hurting for sub 10,000 trailer houses.
Yeah.
We're closing on another one in the next couple of days that we're paying 20 for. It's on a little bit more land, and we'll try to owner finance it for 60.
Nice.
Same exact deal that we just talked about, structured all over again. We're going to borrow 25 against it when we buy it, use the money to put an air conditioner in it, and try to cut it out 60,000 owner finance. See what happens.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I still need to figure out how to evaluate trailers like that, but I'll probably just look through some of your old videos.
Fucking old video. I'm coming to town on Friday. Find me an old trailer to evaluate.
Let's do it.
You got.
I'm trying to negotiate on right now, but it's still not like an acre of land, but she's like offering 15K, and she's like, what the fuck? Because the county has it like 130 or something.
Let's go negotiate it. Let me in. Put me in, coach. Set an appointment.
Let me set
Friday, like afternoon, like 6, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or like, is bringing tamales disrespectful? Because I'm just gonna be eating tamales the whole time I'm in town.
She's a hoarder. So
a whore?
She's like 20 cats.
A whore with 20 cats?
Hoarder, like an order, but a hoarder. Herder. Yeah, no, she got like 20 cats too. That's part of the deal. That's part of my offer is I help get rid of the cats.
A whore with 20 pussies.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Starving. But yeah, no, I'll set it up. We'll do it on Friday. If
okay.
I ain't doing shit, so why not?
I ain't scared.
Yeah.
What? So Saturday, I guess I'm at your mercy anyways. I mean, because you got it set up at a student center or something.
Yeah, it's at the college.
It's at the college. I'm gonna book my hotel close to the college, and then do Y'all have those Lime scooters out there? I might just be on a Lime scooter. I think I need to get a backpack.
Those little Uber things, those little Uber scooters. They have them
Oh,
right there,
yeah.
cool kind of, but not a whole bunch of space.
Dang. I'm gonna look on my app.
We're catching up real slow to the regular world.
Nah, dude. No, El Paso's got a Top Golf. I've played Top Golf in El Paso.
Oh, we do, and there's an indoor skydiving right next door.
Yeah. No, I'm like,
I'll tell you about some crazy rich people money that they did. People who built that, they foreclosed on themselves. So they created like $15 million just like that.
foreclosed on themselves?
3 different companies all owned by the same person. One built it, one funded it, one foreclosed, or the foreclosing. So the one that funded it foreclosed on the ones that built it, and then these guys bought it for a discounted rate. Well, that's rich people stuff, man. Rich people. So these 2 guys get to claim a loss, and these guys get to claim a loss as well because they spent so much money.
It's whatever, you know what I mean? It sounds a little bit illegal. We probably shouldn't talk about it on the internet. There's a place. I don't know. There's a apartment complex by Top Golf that has like a container bar at it. Or it's got container apartments, and then there's a bar like setting down in the deal. I want that too.
Let's do it.
Well, no, I don't want to go to it. I just was there.
Okay.
I was there like.
You see it right there. I mean, nah, it's kind of a little bit far away, but yeah, that's all right. We'll I'll get what I'll text you later about the hotel. I'll help you figure it out. But cool, man. So what time you gonna be in on Friday? Oh, you let me know Friday, and I'll send.
I've been booking so many flights. We're going to Nashville, Charlotte. I've got to set up Denver and Seattle, so I'm going to do one in Denver on Saturday, and then Tacoma, Washington on Sunday. The weekend after I do whatever, and I got one in New Orleans. I got to set up a second one.
You racking up your miles or what? Make sure you get
I'm trying to get this, use these little marketing masterminds to make enough money for Roughneck Real Estate to hire 2 employees for Roughneck Real Estate.
Okay.
So I can, have like a video editor and like all the cool stuff that everybody else has, but not have it hold back or buy and hold company. You know what I mean? Like I don't want, when we're out with these different employees and stuff, you don't want to have to explain it on a P&L. So we set up its own entity. It's going to be its own thing, and it's going to have its own set of employees. And that way that company doesn't have to borrow any money. You know what I mean? Like, because it's hard to produce free content on the internet, right? If you don't want to get better, it's not hard. But if you want to produce a better quality of content, so we're going to be building a studio. We're going to be doing a bunch of different stuff to help grow this brand into something, because it does a lot of good for us. I mean, we find private money. It's a really good platform for us. Yeah, but
media is strong, man. It made this happen.
Made this happen, and it took me a while to come out and realize that we do this $100 class that we're going to do all over the place is literally. I don't know that we can get 1,000 people in the door, but if we could get 1,000 people through the door, it would change 1,000 people's lives.
Yeah.
Period. Because I mean, you just can't. We're going to show you how to market for free. We're going to show you how to the mid-level market. We're going to show you the Cadillac Rolls Royce. And if you're a fucking hustler, you can latch on to any of that shit like a bulldog and make money. And I mean money. We didn't have any of that stuff. We didn't have anybody telling us that shit when we got started. Yeah. We just go out and fucking starve to death and figure it out. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people back, 5 years ago, this landscape was completely different. Hell, you couldn't even go live on YouTube 5 years ago. Here we are.
Yeah.
That's how fast the world changed.
The future.
We're in the future. We're sitting here right now like live TV. We got 9 watching. You know what I mean? They're like,
how many?
They're through the roof.
We got 9 people?
Yeah, we had like 29 at one point.
Oh, okay. Well, kind of rambled for a little bit, so they're probably like, fuck these guys.
They got off whenever we started talking about your horror house.
Oh. Yep. I did too.
But no, what are your expectations? What do you want to learn? On
Mm,
Saturday?
I want to learn. I need to learn about RVMs. I've never done one. I've never
Well,
done one, and I don't know. I've never seen it done live.
okay. Well, you're gonna see it done live.
Yeah.
You better volunteer to answer the phone. Because
I'll,
if you don't,
I'll just want to answer a phone. I
the,
love answering the phone. I'm good at it.
the phone's still ringing for the people that
Boring as shit, but I'm good at answering.
the phones are still ringing for the people that answered over the weekend. I need to ask Tom.
Like these 3 different call rails, or
No, we set up a new phone number for every one of these, and
okay.
we just leave the number on the way we set it up in the class. I mean, I turn it off on one of the ones we do because it's the callbacks are kind of annoying, and I haven't gone through the data this week. I mean, I'll probably get in here early in the morning and start going through the data and showing people kind of what the feedback was. But hell, Nick's been running appointments all day, all day. He just offered 95 on a 160 house and probably got it accepted. I don't know. I haven't looked in my text message, but I mean, we're making money. But
Yeah.
it looks like Emery's ready to go. So, Chad, I'll see you Friday.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
blow the lid off this marketing. Have me a mobile home park, and we'll go visit that whorehouse you keep talking about.
Yes, I love seeing her. Yes, the odors are great. Well, man, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you on Friday.
All right, man. Later.